Hey guys, today we will learn machine learning and its classification with some examples. The term machine learning was first introduced by Arthur Samuel in 1959. Machine learning is a growing technology which enables computers to learn and train itself automatically from the past data, examples, and the experiences and predicts things without being explicitly programmed. Therefore, as it trains over the examples again and again, it is able to identify patterns in order to make predictions about the future. With the help of machine learning, we can develop intelligent systems that are capable of taking decisions on an autonomous basis. Let's take some simple examples to understand this. First, Google Search. Google Search is able to provide you with the appropriate search result based on your browsing habits. Similarly, Netflix is example of recommending the films or shows that you would want to watch based on the machine learning algorithms that perform prediction based on your watch history. Let's take some simple examples to understand this. You must have heard of Google's self-driving car. A car that drives by itself without any human support is a simple example of machine learning. The self-driving car Google makes use of LiDAR. Simply put, LiDAR is like a radar, but with light instead of radio waves. This sensor technology makes Google's car bypass the need for steering wheels and pedals. Next, you also must have used Google Maps. If you want to go from New Jersey to New York by road, Google Maps will show you the distance between these two places, the shortest route, and also how much traffic is there along the road. Third, now, how about personal assistants such as Apple Siri or Microsoft Cortana? If you ask Siri what is the distance between Earth and Moon, it will immediately reply that the distance is 384,400 km. The magic behind all this is machine learning. Machine learning is a branch of AI. In machine learning, program can learn and adapt to new data without human intervention. In the real world, we can learn everything from the past data and experiences. But can a machine also learn from experiences or past data like a human does? Or can a machine think or make decisions? Yes. If you feed a machine a good amount of data, it will learn how to interpret, process and analyze this data by using machine learning algorithms in order to solve real world problems. Now that we have understood what is machine learning, let's look at the four types of machine learning algorithms: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning and reinforcement learning. Let's understand each of these machine learning algorithms. In supervised learning, the machine learns from the labeled data. That is, we already know the output of the input data. We give the labeled data to the model and predict the output. This process is repeated till the model gets trained with enough accuracy. As you see in the figure, the model is trained by giving different sizes, shapes and color of apples and associate the label apple with them. Similar process is applied to the cupcakes. Once the training is done, we feed the model by giving the test data to check its performance. If the model predicts the correct output, the model is accurate. In unsupervised learning, the machine learns from unlabeled data. That is, the result or output for the input data is not known earlier. The algorithm is never trained upon the given dataset, which means it does not have any idea about the features of the dataset. Now, let's go through this example to see how does unsupervised learning works. Here we have a bunch of fruits and none of these fruits have labels associated with them. Now, let's take these fruits and feed them to an unsupervised learning model. So the model determines the feature associated with the data and understands that all the apples are similar in nature and thus groups them together. Similarly, it understands that all the cakes have the same features and thus group them together. In semi-supervised learning, the machine learns from a combination of labeled and unlabeled data. First, train the model on labeled data and then use the trained model to predict labeled on the unlabeled data, thus creating pseudo-labels. Further, combine the labeled data and the newly pseudo-labeled data in a new dataset that is used to train the data. Reinforcement learning is a feedback-based learning method in which a learning agent is put in an environment and he learns to behave in this environment. He gets a reward for each right action and gets a penalty for each wrong action. The agent learns automatically with these feedbacks and improve its performance. For example, imagine that you are lost on an island where there are no humans at sight. Initially, you would panic, but as time passes, you figure out how to survive, what to eat, what not to eat, where am I going to sleep and stuff like that. It means that you have to adjust a new environment by learning from all the experiences that might come across. Let's go for the another example to understand reinforcement learning. We have a self-driving car that will reach its destination without encountering a roadblock. Thus, the self-driving car is the agent and the road is the environment. Now the car takes action and goes straight, but when it goes straight, it hits the roadblock. Thus, due to the wrong action, it has to bear the punishment. Due to punishment, the car realizes that going straight is wrong and it has to go right. Clearly, when it goes right, it gets reward. Therefore, this process continues and the car learns how to drive by itself without hitting any barricades. Thanks.